Hello everyone, welcome back to the new video. In this video, we will add the loading content to our app. For that, we are going to show the shimmer effect. So first thing, let's create a common composable function that will be used for every screen. So here in your presentation package, create one more package with the name common component. And here let's create one file with the name shimmer effect and create one composable function with the same name. So here what we are going to do, first let's take a box layout, and to show those shimmer boxes we are going to use spacer, and this modifier, let's use the match parent size, so it will match the box size. And we are going to provide the background. So here we can provide the brush and the color. So we are going to use the gradients. So for that we are going to use the brush. And let's also create one preview function so we can see the preview how we are creating. First let's see with the help of some fixed color. For that let's use the surface color and open our preview window. So here we don't have anything. That's because we have not given any size. So let's just use some size in our preview function. First use this fill max width modifier and next this height modifier, something like 250 dp. And here we have one box, but we are going to use brush for some linear gradient, and with that linear gradient we will give an animation. So here let's define the brush first. First let's close this preview window. Now define the brush, and on this brush we will get so many different gradients, but we are going to use this linear gradient, and we need to provide the colors and the starting value and the end value for the gradient. And for these colors let's use surface color with different shades. So cut from here, and here we can simply use our brush and use it here. So the gradient colors will be the different shades of this surface color. Let's rename this to shimmer color. And first we are going to use this color at a alpha value of zero point 0.6, and next at zero point 0.2, and again at zero point 0.6. So these will be our colors, and the gradient will start from the 0 offset. And to defining this end offset, we are going to use the animation. For that, here let's create one value with the name transition, and here we are going to use remember infinite transition. We are going to use infinite transition, and this animation will run indefinitely. And we need to animate the float value. So let's use this animate float, and initially we are going to keep the 0 and target value. Let's use 1000f, and with this animation spec parameter we can configure the specification. Here we have this infinite repeatable, and we are going to use the tween. Tween is short for between. It will take 1000 milliseconds. And we have this repeat mode, and we can provide the repeat mode either reverse or restart. So we are going to use restart, and in the last let's define the label. And here we are going to provide the offset. The x value again will be this with the help of this translate animation dot value, and same goes with this y. So we just animating the end offset of this linear gradient. So it will animate from 0 to 1000, and it will goes on forever. And with the help of this and offset animation, we will get a nice shimmer effect. Now we can open our preview window. And here we have one box. Let's open this start animation preview. And here we are seeing the preview. Let's run it again. So we can see that gradient is going from top to bottom. And here in our preview, let's also define the background color of that box. And here let's use the material theme dot color scheme surface variant. And now let's run our animation again. And we can see a very light effect, but on our screen this will look more good. And one more thing we can do here, we can also clip our box so it looks more nice with the help of this rounded corner shape. And let's define 10 dp. So here we have a nice box and run our application again. And here we have a nice animation. Stop this preview. Next thing, we are going to use this shimmer effect box to our blog list screen first. Let's go to our blog list screen first. And here we are showing the top bar. So that top bar should be available all the time, whether our screen is in the loading or we have the content. In our top bar, we are just showing this Android block, which will always be there. So we just need to use one more items block where we will show those shimmer effect boxes when the screen is in the loading. But first let's see how we are handling the loading state. So go to our block list state and we have one state with the name is loading. And if we press Ctrl B and we can see we are not using this state anywhere. So go to our block list view model and we need to use this loading state here in our get all blocks function. So when we will call our get blocks function, so first thing we are going to update our state with the is loading value true, because initially we are keeping this is loading value as a false. And in case we got the data successfully, then we are going to use this is loading value to false. And if in case we got the error, then again we are going to make our is loading value to false. And this is loading state we are going to use in our blog list screen. So here in our lazy vertical grid, use the if block with state dot is loading. If this value is true, then we are going to use this items block with 3 count, because in the loading state this screen should not be scrollable. And here we can use our shimmer effect box. So go to our shimmer effect file and copy this box and use it here. And scroll down, and here in the else case we are going to use our blocks. So this is how our loading state will be displayed on our block list screen. Now let's run our app again. And here we had the nice loading animation effect while our blocks were loading. Now again let's see that. So this is how our shimmer effect will look. Hey everyone, if you are finding this tutorial helpful, you will love my premium Udemy course where we will build 𝒉𝒆𝒄𝒌𝒐𝒖𝒕, a fitness app using Jetpack Compose. We go in depth on the Firebase authentication, Firestore, and more. Check out the course in the description and take your skills to the next level. See you there. Now next we are going to give this shimmer effect on our content screen also. So let's first close all these files and go to our blog content screen and go to our blog content state, and here also we have one state with the name is loading. If we press Ctrl B, we are not using it anywhere. Let's go to our block content view model, and we are going to use this in our get block by id function. So let's first update our state with this is loading value to true, and on both the cases we are going to make this value false. Next, with the help of this is loading state, we are going to show that shimmer effect. So for that, in the last, let's create one composable function and also create one preview function for this loading content preview. And here let's use our column first and attach this modifier and go to our shimmer effect composable function and copy this and use it here. And here let's use the repeat function and provide this 15 times. So this will use this composable function 15 times. But here let's modify few things. First use the padding modifier also and give 10 dp padding, and this will be fill max width, but the height will be 30 dp. And this background color let's provide through the parameter. And open the preview window. And to our preview function, let's also use this show background to true. Here make it smaller, and this is how those shimmer effect boxes will look. But let's also provide one different component, so it should look more good. So here in our column layout, first let's use a row layout, but before that let's close our preview. Row should take the fill max width, and also let's define the padding 10 dp. And in this row, first we will place one circular box. So let's copy this code and use it here. And this time let's clip this to circle shape and also define the size. Now we don't need to give the height and width. And see the preview. And here we have one circular box also in the top, as we can see. And after this circular box, let's also place two rectangular boxes. So for that, again, let's use a column layout. And here use the weight modifier. So this column should take the maximum available width. And for this column, we are going to use two boxes. We just don't need to give padding because we are already giving this padding to this row layout, because this row layout is the parent layout of this box. And next let's copy one more, but this time we are going to use this box for half of the height. So give the 0.5 fraction value, and let's also use 20 dp height for both these boxes. Now let's see the preview. And here we have two boxes, and let's modify few things. First, this row layout, vertically they should be aligned center. And next, horizontally there should be some space in between. So for the horizontal arrangement, use this arrangement dot space by, and we are going to give space something like 20 dp. Let's make it 10 dp and scroll down, and let's also use one spacer in between these two boxes. And now we have a nice loading content. So this is how it will look to our full screen. So let's close this preview window and use our loading content into our screen. So here we are again going to use if condition with is loading value is true, and in the else case we are going to use this when block and minimize this when block and put inside the else case. And in this when block, again it will check for the error message, and then we have the else case. So here let's just use our loading content and provide the modifier with fill max size. And now we can run our app. And if I open the content, and we get a nice loading animation with those shimmer effect. And here we have the content. And if I open this one, so here again we have the content. And we can see how nice it is looking. And that's all for this video. We have successfully added our shimmer effect. Now in the next video, we will add the splash screen to our app and also the app icon. As always, if you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to drop them down in the comment section. And if you are finding these videos helpful, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.